Hello, everybody. I am an Australian VTuber. My name is Munch Moore, and today is the first day of my anniversary month, meaning I've been streaming for 1 year. Oh boy, it's been slow and confusing and spotty time, but forget all that. We're playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a game. It's a re-release, upgrade, whatever you want to call it, to a game I've really enjoyed for many years now. When the first Stanley Parable come out, hold on, gotta check that. Excuse me, 2013. Oh my god, that is a very different time for the world and me and everything. But the devs are back. They've added new content, new endings, and a whole lot of other stuff, I'm sure. I didn't check the... Sure. Yeah, gotta get those high quality graphics in the Stanley Parable. One thing of note that is different is that when the first game came out, I didn't have a job at all. Now I have an office job. Maybe the sleek social commentary will hit me harder this time. But anyway, yeah, we'll get into this. I don't know how many streams of this game I'll be playing, but we'll see how much content we cover in this first run through. Oh boy.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
All
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number...
I think the audio might be a bit too high. Very important I balance the audio for this because there's so much narration in this game that I need you guys to hear it and also be able to hear me.
Number 427.
Okay, that looks good.
427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although
I go a bit more down. Sorry guys. Please tell me if the volume seems weird to
others
you.
might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
And obviously, the game also
one day,
delves into the idea of video games. Employee 47 needs a posture check. Exactly. Hello, Widestream.
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour.
Look at him.
When he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting.
What is he supposed to do?
Hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Well, better do what the narrator tells me to.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This is seeming pretty in line with what I remember from the first game. It has been quite a while since I've played it. Oh, I think I've watched a few streams the last year or so of it.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Of course.
Yet
No one
there was
here.
not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Gotta solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you, take it out passive aggressively on other coworkers, resent coworkers. Oh shit. Using side to assure employees that everything is okay. Oh no. See, this is what's wrong with my job. No slides. Not a single slide.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yes, this is all seeming familiar. Hello, boss. Anyone here?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Yeah. No way could I know that. I'm just a lowly office employee. Ooh.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Stanley would probably do 1111 to begin with.
2845.
1112? No. 1114. Oh shit, I missed 3. Okay.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story.
That's lucky.
Whoop-de-doo.
Very lucky. Ooh. What's going on back here? This does not seem normal.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh, damn. New and improved lighting
Stanley
effects?
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yes. Yes, he did.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee.
Fired.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Push the button.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Seems that way. Sorry to say, Stanley.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Oh. Time to turn it all off. Off.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated
game
the machine.
over. Oh yeah.
Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
Yeah, he
was
deserves a
not knowledge
vacation.
or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how
Never.
to do.
Never again.
Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all
Oh, what a
he needed
pleasant
to know.
countryside.
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his
Looks like
skin,
something out of The Good
the
Life.
feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Yay, we beat the game. Beat the game, get your first achievement. 2 achievements just popped up for me. Ooh. Again. Well, I think that
All of
was
his co-workers were gone.
exactly the
What could it
same
mean?
as the previous
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
version
missed
of
a
that
window.
run through. So let's take a look at what else we can do here. Well, the obvious thing to do
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
is say, fuck that,
This
go
was
to the
not
right.
the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes, of course. Just to take a look. Ah, very nice, very nice.
Yes, truly a room
Needs
worth
more
admiring.
couches.
It had really been worth the detour after all, just
One
to spend
here,
a few moments
put
here in
it-
this immaculate,
maybe some
beautifully
bean
constructed
bags.
room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
I'd like to drink some cold drinks as well. No.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished,
Oh, some coffee?
here
We
you
could have
sit
some
looking
coffee.
at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Coffee nuts. Nuts. These nuts. No. Okay.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
Hey
It's
man, this is a
possible
good
that
room.
This is why everyone left.
Possible. Not confirmed yet. Fine, fine, fine. We'll continue.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
No thanks.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. Will cause death. Oh. Ow!
Look, Stanley,
hello,
I think
Ugu.
perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is
That's
that
extremely at the same time as me. I'm sorry.
But you all this time.
Hey, I released my
There's
schedule.
someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
You gotta pay attention to
Someone
it.
you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
Who did I forget?
I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself.
I'm in
To
half a
put
chat with
your
no
work
schedule.
aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
The true streamer grind set. A schedule based around when I'm gonna get rated. Hey, if you keep streaming, I could have rated you. Ooh.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her.
You're still
If
streaming?
you can
Oh
truly
god.
place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Ah, you've played it before? Yeah, this is a new version though. So, possibly?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven.
My waifu?
All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
What?
Gotcha.
You
come
bastard.
on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
How
They
could you
wanna
do
commit
this
their
to
life
me?
To you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Oh, fuck you.
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
What kind of setup is
This
this?
is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
What? No. I refuse. Let me out. Let me out. I'm pressing everything but V. Nothing else works. Honey, help me. Help me. I like that keyboard noise when you press E. Okay.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Well, I'm trying to change that. But you are not helping, my dude.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, He stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
It's all in his head? Spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful.
It is pretty poggers to decide and confirm.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Tell my kids the story of Stanley.
And so in his head, he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed.
Stop
the longer he spends
breaking me
here,
down.
The more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself.
I refuse.
He won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
I just want to...
I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley.
Who are you?
Not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button.
This is...
And I tried...
Ooh. Rip. Damn. I actually don't remember that one. I'm sure that is part of the original game, but phew. Dark.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I like my work. I just hate my boss. Ah, that's a cheerful mug. I hate Mondays. Don't we all? Well, what? That wasn't there before. New content?
Oh, new content.
I love content.
What does that mean? New content.
I don't know, but it sounds amazing. New and shiny content. Hope so. Ooh. Dark content.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Thank you.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013
Oh, we're getting
on home
super
computers.
meta here.
After receiving critical and commercial
Game
success,
Factory.
it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable
Wow, that's now.
Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
I see.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting
okay,
new
give me
content
the
that broadens
content.
and
Give it to me.
expands the world of the Stanley Parable,
Yes.
delighting
Oh
audiences
man.
the world over.
Ooh. Oh man, content. Oh
Please
jeez.
step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Yeah, me too. What have you got
Okay,
for us?
So far, it's an elevator. Nothing special
Hey,
yet,
hey,
but I'm
don't
sure it's
poo-poo the
just
elevator.
the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Let's go.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Or, oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Yes. I'm ready. I can take it. The jump circle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle?
What? Space to jump. Whoa. New gameplay features. I couldn't jump at all before, but now I can. Oh my god. Yo, and there's a challenge. Oh, I can do it. Oh, eight more. Oh, come on. Okay, only two more. Yeah, one. Oh, I used up all the jumps. I can't do it anymore. I'll pay for more jumps. That's what you want. No?
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
No. You're not happy with the jumps?
Another elevator.
I like
Stanley,
jumps.
I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just
Really?
elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could
Better
count
than
to 30
microtransactions.
trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good.
Very good.
I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Okay. Office setting. Very good. Very familiar.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't
I
get me
expected
started
better
on the
from
level of craftsmanship that's gone into
Crows,
it. In fact, I'm
crows.
looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Oh, he's a
It's my
Twitter
fault, Stanley.
troll.
I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid.
Of course, that makes
It
some
could never
sense.
have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks.
No gimmicks
Just you
whatsoever.
and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Sure thing. Whoa. This doesn't seem right. This is not my standard office. This is not my beautiful wife.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Hello? Is there more new content?
Okay. You remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be.
Ah, yes.
So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret.
No, you're not so bad. Not so bad, narrator. Ooh, what is this? What the fuck?
I call it the memory zone.
Whoa.
It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
That was the most memorable time for you? Whoa, look at this.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release?
Don't forget.
Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
What's this? Stanley Parable. Oh, a physical release. Is that a real release for? Oh, audience award for the Independent Games Festival. Very cool. It's a BAFTA award, but I don't think Stanley Parable won that. Okay. The original remake. Good times. Yeah, I remember all those yeah, those endings, those office explorations, those it's not that good actually. Smile because it happened. Oh yeah, oh, that's the demo. I remember that. The demo is actually like a different thing as well. Possible to get this achievement. But don't play it for 5 years. Apparently this game has a 10-year version of that. So that is very funny. Hey, they got nominated for BAFTA awards. New game, story. Very cool. New York Times. New video game releasing today. Stanley Parable deals tough choices by the Los Angeles Times, of course. Oh yeah, that that ending where he frickin' falls out the building. Okay, that was pleasant. Good times for sure.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com.
Yo.
James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote,
Yo!
"Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now,
Persona 3.
it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore.
I gotta say, I didn't understand what you meant
a lifeless
when we first
husk
came here, but now I do.
An hour of new elevator content.
I'm sure Sterling's quite chuffed to have that review in this. Oh my god, okay. Oh, it's down here. Memory zone maintenance. Okay. Don't want to go in there. That's person of the year. Is that Stanley? Oh, look. Development. Awesome. Cool, I never knew it got a physical release. That's really cool.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.
Only 9 out of 10 though. Come on,
The
GameSpot.
Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything
no
else.
negatives.
It didn't need new content. It
Guess
just
you're
needed
right.
to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Repeatable carpet textures. I wonder if this is legitimately the carpet texture assets that they used. Ooh, the serious room. I want to go into the serious room. That sounds awesome. I like serious stuff. No, I can't go into the serious room.
These were simpler times, Stanley.
Yeah,
But I wouldn't
agree with
give
that.
to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
What is
What's this? What's down here?
Ooh. This is scary. Oh, what the fuck? Oh. Whoa.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years.
Oh no.
I can't even imagine what's been collecting down
This
here.
is
Surely these reviews were glowing
madness.
as well, weren't they?
Madness lies down here, that's for sure. Oh god. Don't open the containers. Oh no. Not the Steam reviews. Oh god. Oh, not recommended.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his human
Unfunny,
dialogue
eh?
proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound
You don't
philosophical
understand it,
insights
man.
that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Just don't understand. Looking like a Half-Life level. Oh. Hey, here's a positive one. Can't read it though. Oh no.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
No. No.
Tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness.
Can I?
This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get
Oh,
it to
really?
feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did.
So we have
Maybe
you to
it
thank
wasn't.
for...
Dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down.
Oh.
Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have
I hope
stop
to God
doing
these are real
anything
reviews.
so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews
Oh,
of
God.
the Stanley Parable.
Whoa.
That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley.
Make
Yes,
them all
a
happy.
skip button we shall have.
Okay. There it is.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No, 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 no. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, no, until 245, that the... Oh, you're back, you see? You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lazy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations.
Oh, shame I missed it.
Of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less
okay.
Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what
get it as a keyboard
this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their rating in the first place. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself.
Okay, yeah, can you...
Isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again.
Okay.
I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait. How do we get out of here? Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that.
I'm pretty sure you can control that.
Anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button to go anywhere other than the skip button. There was a door here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with me here.
I'm trying, man.
We need a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise.
Good.
You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please do not press the skip button. Just wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got it? Yes. Good.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Now, I want to see the Chads that sat through like all of that, and what would happen, because the story is affected by clicking the skip button. But if you don't click the skip button at all, what happens? How far does he go? If you only click the skip button once but don't click it again, does that change something? Are these multiple paths? Is this one path? Oh my god, that's... Oh, this game. These are the kinds of thoughts that I had when I first played it, all the way back. Something in my eye. Jeez. And like right now, is there an option of waiting? Can I just wait for him to get a door? I don't know. And how long can I wait? fucking VTuber, Munch More, sit around in a room with nothing happening and try to not be insanely boring. Even though this game is just me listening to the narrator most of the time. Ugh. I'm gonna press the button. No, I shouldn't. He told me not to. But maybe if I skip, I'll get to the point when he comes back. The delicate balance, man. Delicate balance, listening to him, not doing anything wrong. I'm gonna press it. Ah!
Stanley, Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been
Oh my
12
God.
hours.
Oh,
You've
Jesus.
just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room.
Did you get the door?
Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone.
No?
I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. And there's no door, Stanley.
There's no door?
There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it, and I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you?
Because I don't want to be stuck here forever.
I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I
Frickin'
just
Steam
couldn't
reviews do it
ignore the
again.
negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why
'Cause
did
you
Cookie
have a
Nine's
controlling
opinion matter so much to me? I've never even
personality, my
met
dude.
Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it
Okay.
really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a
Well,
child.
at least you're frickin'
Wild and
realizing it.
impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken.
Yes.
If only it
You
pleases
ruined my
this
life,
one person
dude.
who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this? And here I am now, stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button, and to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone, and that I had the power to prevent it all from happening, if only I'd held my tongue. It's all out
sorry.
of my control now. Just you. Just your decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone. Surely you will. I don't doubt it. Surely you'll press that button again, leaving me here. And surely you'll put your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls of fitful anxiety, that you sit with me and just stay here. Oh, no, 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 I know you too well. You'll be leaving me. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no
Wait, isn't
idea
this
who
repeating
they
dialogue?
are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest
Well, this is
mention
boring,
of
so
one of
I'm
my
gonna skip.
imperfections. Oh, Stanley, you're back.
Hello?
You're back.
Oh my God, the
Goodness,
plant!
I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
Oh.
Or 2 weeks. I've
Oh.
been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking. and you
Yo,
saying
hello, Metal.
nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same?
Have you
as
played this
always?
game before, Metal?
Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't
isn't?
even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button.
Ah,
That's
true.
what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm
It's a
realizing
weird
that
one.
I needed to know
Oh,
that
you have the
someone
older
was
one? Yeah.
listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving.
It's very interesting. I mean, the new content for the re-release right now.
None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground.
5-year no play achievement, nice.
One thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me.
I can
maybe,
hear you.
Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm
It's
not
probably
just a
been 5
fiction.
years since I wrote it,
Was
though.
I scared of
Came out
that
in
all
2013.
along? Perhaps. Yes.
That helps.
Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying.
Man, that sucks for
I
you.
can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized. The emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world again, and I have cast
always
a
about
shadow
you,
onto
isn't
the
it?
wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you? You can see what this means to me. I'm so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I
Wonder
feel
if it counts if you-
restored, and
after you
already
loaded
I can
the
sense
game?
the looming silence as you will
don't know,
press
actually.
the button for the next time. What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it. To think of returning to such coldness. Come, let us sit in silence together here for just a moment. Let
Okay,
us
I'll give you that much
anticipate
at least.
Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
Dread it. Run from it. Destiny arrives all the same. And this button is my destiny. It's all I have now. There's nowhere in or out. Just me, you, and the button. And the button has called to me. More than you ever could. Forgive me.
Oh, hello. It's you.
Hello.
You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped
much
keeping
time?
track after a year.
Oh.
Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities.
Can you not
I felt
die?
nothing at all.
Can
but
I not
regret
die?
for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life.
Jeez.
All of them
Overdramatic
collapsed down
yet again.
into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was
Are you
a
saying it's a
space
good
without
thing?
consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment. And
I
felt
understand.
freed. I felt unburdened by the
Bites
need
the
to
dust.
manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist
Wrote it June
along
22nd,
all timelines,
2015.
and that each of them
Yes, I have
was
played the
simply
original.
a strand in the web
I've
of my
gotten
being.
most of the endings of it, I believe.
The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment.
So I was really
singular
in for the new
and
content
infinite.
here in
For
the
the
stream.
longest time, this was my experience. And then, this moment passed,
and the most unyielding fear I have
Oh,
ever
fear.
known crept into
That's
my
not
mind.
good.
And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible.
Oh.
I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid as I do.
I'm
that
sorry.
Perhaps one day this state of mind will consume you as well.
There's nothing I can
Perhaps you
do.
will somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now, and I wish for you to know how excruciating
God,
it is,
you are
and for
scaring
you to
me.
be in true terror of its
No, I
eventual
don't like this.
arrival.
I'm
if
sorry.
I can only do this, only this
No.
one.
Hello? Hello? No one here? Okay. Ooh.
But they didn't understand the game
Oh.
was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us.
Oh, and I
It
was
wasn't
scared
enough.
for a second
they
there.
had to leave a pathetic little
You're
thumbs
still on
down
about the damn
and make
review.
all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much. They said,
Oh
first,
my
he
God,
didn't entertain us. Now he went,
shut
shut up. The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
I can see you're dealing with some stuff. I'll just... I'll just be... Oh! Yes, this is what I wanted! Complete collapse so I can finally escape this goddamn room! Oh man, I hope I don't get hit on the head though. But that'd be bad. Light! Sunlight! How long has it been? How many millions of years? Music. Music is happy. We're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there. Oh. Oh. Where did the plants go? Oh. I don't like this. Next. Oh, Jesus. What are those noises? Oh. Oh, okay. No. We're going forward. Oh. Oh. Yes. Yes. Oh. Oh. Does the button still work? The button doesn't work anymore. Okay. The oceans have dried up. It's Mad Max. I love Mad Max. Where are the cars? Hello? Are you here, Mr. Narrator? Was that it? Is that finally? It's the end. Back to the beginning. Now you can see what the beginning looks like, Metal.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Somehow
Stanley
we ended
decided
up
to go to
there.
the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yeah, this is just a normal office day. Into whatever the fuck that was. Oh, man. I'm downloading it now, yay! New content? That's even more new than before. New! Hello, Rupa! You missed the new content, but you're here for the new content. I wonder how many years passed? Yeah. Complete, like, global collapse and environmental destruction. Probably, you know, a few thousand at least.
Oh, good. You notice my sign.
Yes.
Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Ooh. Oh. Alan streamed this. Awesome. Yes, that was quite terrifying. I'll have to go and watch his VOD because I want to see how people react to this insanity. Because, oh my god.
You see, Stanley,
that was something else.
I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be.
Yeah, you
The
could say
original
that.
Stanley parable was a landmark, and any new
It
content
gets
for it
better?
shall
Oh,
live
no.
up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which
Ooh.
is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
The sequel everyone wanted.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions?
Yes,
Think
a
of
full
all the
sequel.
new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel.
Yo,
An entirely
Apple-
new experience
Apple
built from the ground
Mac
up. Why,
right
there are
there.
so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Yes. Investor showcase. Let's see what we tell the investors.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra
Sure.
Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement.
Should have called
right
it the
there.
Stanley Parable
It's
Part 2.
future-oriented. It screams
That'd be true
progress and innovation
artistic
and
statement.
long-term franchising potential.
Yo, logo designs. Very good, very good. I think the simple one works best. Sure.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2
Oh.
is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it.
Okay.
I figure
Will there
that
be
if
a
I
skip
can
button?
loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is
it
much
could
more
be,
of a fuzzy
you
magic
know.
than anything scientific or logical.
The
really.
Portal gun led to Portal, you know, that kind of thing. Sequels are good. Portal 2, Half-Life 2, Batman Arkham Asylum 2, City, Divinity Original Sin 2, Doom 2, Aladdin 2, Return of Jafar, Dark Souls 2. Yes, those are all very, very interesting 2s right there. Yep, I agree with that. New features. What have you got for us? New content. Great sequels for sure. Expo Hall 2. Whoa. This is a
Here we
big
are.
product.
Go on, try out some of
launch.
the new features.
Okay. Button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Oh. Will this dox me? Risk it. Oh, I've already
For the
doxed
Stanley
myself.
Parable 2,
Twice
I asked
anyway.
myself, what do players really want?
And of course, the
Road to
first
the
and most
perfect button.
obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
I actually like the big one the most. I like a big button. Like, that is a big button. Just want to slam your fist into that button right there. Okay, okay, okay.
Jim. Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name it is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are,
I'm
and simply
Jim.
become a person
I'm
named
Jim. Jim.
I want you to imagine yourself
Okay.
living as
Yeah,
Jim,
okay, okay.
sleeping and waking as Jim,
Mm-hmm,
falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim,
Yep.
as Jim,
Okay.
watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
I think
If
I'm
so,
Jim.
Then please step forward and
Jim
press the
Moore.
button.
That's my name now, Jim Moore. My name is Jim Moore. Here we go, Jim.
Jim.
Whoa!
Yes,
Whoa!
you see? What a thrill, what a rush. That was you. The button described
Yeah.
you. Do it again,
Me.
do it again.
Okay, 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 okay.
Jim.
Oh!
It hits even harder
Oh,
the
man.
second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money.
This is
Let's take a
$60.
break
This is
from
a
the Jim
$60
button.
game.
I'm too emotionally drained from all of
$100.
this personal validation.
Next gen. Next gen.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much, Jim.
I don't
I'm
know.
putting the Jim button
No,
away.
no, no.
Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense
No.
of who you actually are.
No, let me keep it. Okay. What
I
else?
suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
That's using your brain, isn't it? A whole new. Oh, look at the carpet! New carpet tech. Please, no screenshots. New updated ray traced. More of the same, but in a good way. Ray tracing, awesome. You have HDR? It features new content, new ideas. Well, I wanted new content, didn't I? This is why I'm here in the first place. Oh, you've got your merch figured out, don't you? I saw the new content. Reassurance bucket.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms.
Oh, hail the
To
bucket?
be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be?
No
Yes,
quality of
the
life
bucket is the
improvements
perfect solution.
in Stanley
Come on,
Parable 2?
Give it a try.
Oh, okay. Just the bucket. Okay.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort,
not
even
really.
in the face of crushing despair.
I much
must
preferred the
already
Jim
be
button,
sweeping
to
through
be
your
honest.
body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
Oh.
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Oh.
The benefits of
I don't mind
buckets
that.
go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay, okay. I hope I can keep the bucket. I quite like it. Now that you've mentioned the attractive part.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
They will after
That really
this.
should be an award if it isn't already.
For sure. Is that Stanley? Office decorations.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one.
Concept
I think
art?
that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration.
Ah.
Like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Well, the 12th birthday one seems a bit out of place. Yeah, well, someday has some meaning to the themes of the game, I guess.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along.
Oh.
Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Oh. Well.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
Okay. Free and easy. Achievement. Can't believe it's that simple. Get it here. Yo, give me the achievement. Who'll ever receive your new achievement? No more steps, it just works. Get yours right now.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
How'd you develop this? First game is kind of short. Well, it is short, but there are quite a few ways you can explore it. I'd say if you try to explore everything, it'd be a few, like 3 hours, 4 hours maybe. I don't know, maybe I'm just slow. Yeah. Take you a bit longer maybe? Okay. Let's give me the achievement.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will
Gamers! Am I right? Yeah, okay. This is... not sure how I feel about this whole presentation, my dude. I'm not particularly impressed about anything
other exhibits haven't we
except
seen
the
yet?
gym button. The jump circle! Back for more!
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well.
Good idea.
Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle.
Yeah?
Oh, well.
Can you just...
I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
You can't add more jumps to the jump circle? Okay. Jump circle, free achievement, button that says name of player, merch, settings, world champion. Collectible, infinite haul. Okay. Collectibles. Collectibles sounds good. Everyone likes a good collectible. You find them. Collect them all.
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game.
Sure.
In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
That's not that innovative. There are games that do that. Hello. 1 out of 6. Whoa. What do you know?
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
What's this way? Exit, jump circle, infinite hole. We haven't gone there yet. It won't end. Okay, I've got high expectations for your infinite hole here. Ah, the science checks out.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
I don't like it. It's scaring me. It's... Yeah, okay. I'm not... should I go down? Should I go down the hole? What do you guys think? Should I go down the hole? It's kind of freaking me out, to be honest. Think Dark Souls hacked people and made them fall forever? Oh, you calling him out, huh? Another lie from the narration. Oh! Do it? Try finger butthole? Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh no.
You see? Isn't it wonderful?
Oh no.
One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Oh, okay. Thank God.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Uh-oh. Why? Why? What's down here?
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Okay, let's not do that again. Oh. Again, no. Oh. Almost looks like he closed it up. Do it? Oh no, Rupa. Rupa. Did he close it up? Can I get back? It's still there. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Ah!
Okay, and I guess we're back in the hole now.
Yeah.
Did you really need to see it again? I don't know what else there is to say, Stanley. It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I've prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing.
No.
I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the Because I know I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there.
I can say that.
Things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Fine. Only because there's more stuff I want to see up here. You still have yet to truly do anything better than the Tim button. Jim button, not the Tim button. Jesus. Can't even get that right. Just to know, I was expecting a whole of a lot more. Settings, world champion, mostly infinite hull. Okay, let's see what this settings, world champion. What? I need to go into the settings to simplified controls. Rebalance the controls so interactions don't require a specific button. Ah, I see, I see. Jump space. Oh, shit. Store won't even open. God damn it. Okay, what's over here? That's Jim.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
An epilogue at the end of the, Wait, that's it? That's all you have? Bruh. I'm gonna pray that that Jim button is back, and if it's not, I'm done. And it's still going. Okay, that's it. I'm out of here. This has been disappointing, to say the least. I will not be investing in your company to make the sequel, I'm afraid. And I'm frickin' Stanley! Okay. There was an exit sign somewhere. Didn't even listen to me in the decorations department. It's the infinite hole. Exit E. We're here. I'm at 5. This map. E is over there. Exit. Exit. Okay. Also, this building is confusing, so I'm docking points for that.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to?
Yes.
Ready to move on now?
Yes. Oh, that's some cool art, though. Not bad. No screenshots. No screenshots.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say,
somewhere.
Let's do an experiment.
Not with
I'll
you
arrange
involved.
these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
I don't know about this, my dude.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay,
The music
yes,
resets.
This is much better.
Oh, my God.
Here we go. version 2.
This might be even worse.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted
Well, you
more
might
than
make
anything to create a
the cookie
sequel
guy laugh.
that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait,
That's true.
maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay.
Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
It's very red. It's I don't know. I think it might be a little too red. To be honest.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Hold on a minute.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where
The
he was
balloons.
employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push,
Okay.
how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley...
It's kind of derivative.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
Literally the only
Never
thing
in all
different is the
his years at
balloons.
the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I read that as Mr. Meme. Not Mr. Memo. I read it as Mr. Meme. Oh god.
Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it up. Why was he not doing it?
The bucket. Where's the bucket? Oh, the bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Okay. Okay, this is new.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay, better follow him to see what he has in store.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos.
Thank you, bucket.
It would be with him always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable.
Okay.
At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk.
Oh.
Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Yes.
Was the bucket guiding him?
Of course.
Yes. This is certainly the most logical explanation. You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
They are very beautiful. I would like them on my shelf.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
I'm sure. Oh, that scared me last time too.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
This is very familiar. I'm not seeing much sequel in this, to be honest. Oh man.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
I've got a bucket. It keeps me safe.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs.
Yes.
The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears.
Oh, don't cry, bucket.
It gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Yes, everything will be okay.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
I hope not.
Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's mind.
Okay.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter, his one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way. And the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Yeah, fuck the system. I want this. 1, 2. What's up here? Can I get up there? a button up there. Didn't see it. There's 5 over here. Don't think I've ever done this before. So I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, there's one up there. How do I get up there? Nope. Maybe another time. 0, 1. Yeah, let's just see where this goes.
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything
It's the only thing we can do, really. Unless we turned it on. What do you think, Bucket?
But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls.
No,
Stanley
Bucket!
gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along?
No!
To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this?
What have you done?
Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly birds.
Silly
control
birds.
buttons became active again.
Birds. Oh!
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds.
Oh my
all
God.
over the world.
All the silly
the mind
birds.
controls were only a facade to disguise its
Oh.
true intentions.
Of
Had the
course.
bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands.
Oh my
the
God,
one who had
Bucket. I
pointed
can't
him
believe I
towards this
doubted you.
incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best.
It's a pretty good life.
And Stanley was happy.
I'd watch many a silly bird. Shabba shabba shabba. Oh, we're back. Okay, we're back in the Stanley Parable 2 world.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Hello?
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed
Need
over
the bucket.
him.
Absolutely need the bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Nope. We're going right again.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Of course.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room?
I'd say yes.
Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps
Got
it
cold
truly
drinks.
was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Anyway.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Okay then.
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Ooh. Button.
Oh, good Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here.
Oh.
I knew you'd find this place eventually.
Oh. We care
See,
about you.
Your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley.
Oh.
We've come together here because we care about you very much. It's this bucket you're carrying around everywhere.
No.
The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes.
I haven't even seen the baby
that they've never seen before.
in this
Yes,
game
I know
yet.
I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
I just want the bucket, to be honest. Yes, we can go somewhere else.
Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Whoa! Bum, 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 bum. This is pretty nice. Oh.
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all
Yes.
about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
I do.
Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes. It's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
What? What do I have to give up? No, no, you can't. Surely you can't mean. Not the bucket. No, 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 no.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
No.
That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer. I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
I much prefer the bucket.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
No. No, 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 no. I don't want to. I want to keep the bucket.
Now
Can I
listen
keep the
to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality
I
trait.
thought it was deep.
Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters?
The baby's better than
if
this.
If you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The Broom Closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn
it's not
bucket.
a classic.
Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley.
Fuck the fans.
Give the fans what they want.
No.
Hurry and... Bucket Destroyer, my prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you.
You can't make anything.
Spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend.
What is this Halo-ass music?
For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Nah, it sucked. It sucked and you suck. Goodbye. My bucket lives.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
Figurine Finders Committee meeting today in the meeting room. Ooh.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced
Yes. I refuse.
the bucket. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Oh, it's raining outside. Ah. Trust the completionist instinct. What the fuck? All fliggers. Mainly questions, so no memo from management. Maybe we are the collectibles. Shut the frick up. Oh, they know. There will be a reward for finding them all. Surely. They can't be useless. Large room, lots of boxes. Nearby a fireplace. Oh, I've got those two. Oh, a private but smelly place for an important person. Stairs, somewhere to do with shit stairs. Oh, I see.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy.
Oh,
it's
God.
as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket.
Does?
I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in.
No.
Don't hand
No.
over the bucket.
You're right.
I know how hard it must be.
If the
Feeling
bucket
the
destroyer
pressure that
can't
the
make me
broom
do it,
closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong.
broom closet
This is
can't
your
either.
bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend.
Exactly.
You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket?
What's it saying?
Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined.
Oh.
And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep
What?
and lasting friends? That your relationship
Man,
is
I
purely
destroyed
superficial
this
and
game
convenient?
for the bucket.
That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on.
Well, I never.
Lay into it. Really tell the broom
Ah,
closet
fuck
off for
you
its
guys.
delusion.
Fuck you,
Expand on
fuck
the
your
wide
broom.
variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
Bucket. The bucket. Yeah, bucket.
I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for
Oh,
all.
okay.
Here we go.
Oh,
There.
very
Now it's settled.
nice.
No more debate, no more discussion.
My logo's
Take a
kinda-
hike, broom closet, with all your meandering
Property of Munchmore.
philosophical diatribes
Property
about the
of
nature of
Munchmore, right
cleaning
there.
supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
There we go. Yeah, it's done. It's over. Fuck you.
All right,
closet.
I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You
Yo.
see, I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket.
Very good.
That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not,
Yep.
you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket.
Very
There
nice.
really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
I agree.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I think I'll go downstairs.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This,
3 out of
you know,
6.
there really must be a snappier name for these things. What
Halfway
about
there.
mini stands? Stanley
Mini
things? What about Stanlerines?
Stanlerines,
Yes, I think I
that's
like
pretty good.
that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Not bad. Not bad.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk?
Yeah, this is a COVID economy.
Everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms.
It's definitely a bucket.
Crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all.
Oh.
That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps.
No.
How did I end up with someone else's bucket?
What? No, it's got my name on it.
Wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket.
What the
Now he noticed that the rooms were repeating,
Oh,
which was,
no.
of course, very odd.
Oh, no.
Now he felt himself floating off the ground.
No.
Oh, gracious.
Oh,
he
God.
exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad.
Oh, no.
Where is it? I must find it.
Give me the
Far
bucket.
off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Come back.
Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
Bucket.
Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one
me-
bucket
give
after
me-
the next.
give me-
None of them were his.
None
of them were his special bucket.
Come to me, Stanley. Find me.
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his
God.
old friend.
No,
it was
no,
the only
no,
way
no,
to truly
no.
restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful.
Oh, God.
Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
It was inside me. I became one with the bucket.
This is the story of a woman named
Whoa,
Mariella.
whoa, 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 what?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course, he'd gone
Bucketless.
ranting
No
and
buckets.
raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and
buckets.
free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought.
It had my name on it for everything.
But of course, she had no time for this.
Bucketless.
There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything.
Did this sticker mean nothing?
My life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
Whoa, that's badass. Whoa. Blue? I'm blue, dabba dee
All of
dabba
his
die.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I gotta take the bucket with me, of
Warmth
course.
spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Oh,
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
okay. Oh, drink coffee and not have to worry about anything else. No problem, Rooper. Glad... Oh, achievement unlocked, you can't jump. Glad you got your work done. Somewhere both red and blue. GG Munch. I might be back in a bit. Alternatively, bashing my head against the wall. Hydrate. Thank you, Rooper. Ow. Okay, I need to figure out where all these collectibles are, because they'll clearly give me something if I... Large room, lots of boxes, somewhere both red and blue. Huh.
staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Executive bathroom. I got the feeling money's for stealing, but not yours, of course. Say, that's a lovely purse.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think?
Figlies? I don't like Figlies. That sounds
the
gross.
intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1.
Stanlerines, definitely.
I'm sure it will come to me.
That's my favorite. Stanlerines. Oh, hello. Nice elevator. Going up. That's the only way to go. I've heard this music somewhere before. What is this royalty-free track? Hey, narrator's singing along. Wow, this is a tall building. Unless the elevator isn't going up at all. Oh. Maybe I need to go down? Yes, going down, that makes sense. Oh, well.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk.
I am noticing it,
Nor in his
actually.
bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
2845. I need to remember that for future run-throughs.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
Yeah.
Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Of course. Didn't get scared that time.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I think not. I think we're gonna escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Oh. Okay then.
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
You sure about that? Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, this doesn't look too bad. Oh, oh. What kind of portal nonsense is this?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise,
Oh no,
Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket, but what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death?
Not much, I
This is what
suppose.
Stanley thought to himself.
Sorry,
and
Stanley.
He sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
No! Don't do this to me! Protect me, bucket! Bucket!
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death.
Oh? 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 Hello?
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way,
Yeah.
but this one stood above the rest.
Oh.
It was a glorious bucket to behold.
A bucket. Welcome. Welcomes you to the grand exhibit. You are standing at the precipice of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty within, a cavernous void. But through use of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full and enriched and substantiated. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you learn here out with you into the world? Will you accept with an open mind what may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself and your loved ones as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were, in ignorance and darkness? Wow. It really makes you think, doesn't it?
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
Is that bucket heaven? The buckets. Photograph of 25 buckets. The greatest number of buckets ever captured on camera. The photographer experienced a catatonic shock for several weeks as a result of the euphoria from exposure to this many buckets at once. There's a bit more than 25 buckets, to be honest. Yeah, I think maybe they CG'd the rest in. Inferno bucket. A replica of the Inferno bucket, which is in the medieval era, was so powerfully alluring that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died, and yet in spite of it all, the simple fact remains, no one can control the bucket. Wow. It really does make you think, doesn't it? Cave drawing. But we know that buckets predate the existence of mankind. We do not know by how long. This cave drawing depicts early man's discovery of the practical uses of the bucket, by which time the bucket had already likely been around for several millennia. Notice in these drawings how the bucket is allowing itself to be used, having judged humanity to be worthy of its treasures. Oh my god. The bucket is the cause of human civilization as we know
No
it.
man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Very true. There's more to read. The stress bucket presented without commentary. Stress bucket, an analogy, worrying, negative forecasting, negative thinking, lack of reassurance, stress, the level of water in the bucket, vulnerability, the size and strength of the bucket, coping strategies, holes, rest and relaxation, doing something you enjoy, rest and relaxation. Bucket. Bucket releases us. Bucket with two handles. This bucket is depicted as having two handles. Such a design has never been created in real life, having been deemed too dangerous and recklessly experimental. Every year, dozens are put to death just for attempting it. Jesus. I never knew the buckets were so powerful. This is a whole nother history. Freaking chanting there. Oh my god. I'm glad I know all about the buckets now. Hanging bucket. This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However, clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. This distance inevitably is for our own good. The hole.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
What do we need to do? I'm listening.
Let Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
Stanley? Stanley? Phone. Hello?
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct?
Yes?
Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Okay. Where's the narrator?
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around.
There you are, narrator. Thank God, I was worried.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Somewhere both red and blue. Large room, lots of boxes. Oh, lots of boxes. Hold on. I know exactly where to go.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Oh shit, I forgot the code.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an
what was it
indication
again?
of any human life.
2258.
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the
6969?
dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. the bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the pin number for the keypad was 2845.
2845, okay. 2845, 2845.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it
Yeah,
the
yeah,
bucket
yeah.
knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it
This is
is.
certainly the most logical explanation.
I remember where the warehouse is, so that's probably where the delivery got to, but I screwed up.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Okay, let's get through this quickly then.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
Where's the
Stanley and
skip button?
bucket
I
both
need the
wondered to
skip button,
themselves.
damn it.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
I'm not that
Everyone
shocked.
in the
Not-
office
not
was
the
being
third time.
videotaped,
You know.
monitored like guinea pigs.
A bit of
The
a...
bucket had never seen anything
Bit of
like
a
this,
repeat.
and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well?
Probably.
Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter, his one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled
do
with
I get up
emotions.
here?
Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They
Well, at least I get to see
high-fived
the
in a
other
really
ending.
cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system. Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes! They had done
Yay!
it! Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted
cute.
to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they
Memento
lived
style?
together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and... What? Wait. What was happening? Why
What?
had the door stopped?
No.
Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed?
What?
An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty. Until
No.
finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
No.
Even the
No.
facility itself recognized the incredible calming
No.
presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket.
No. Go.
Stanley can't leave this place.
Not while he has such a precious bucket of drugs. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Well, that's depressing.
Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken.
A lot of boxes. Okay, so the orders have come in. I see.
The good old bucket.
Good
Just
old bucket.
Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure together.
This time, bucket, we will escape against all odds.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this... No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Nope.
No, said the bucket. Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else.
Somewhere
the cargo
else.
lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo
Ah,
lift.
the cargo lift.
Good,
I see.
Said the bucket. But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching.
Nice. Oh, I saw the figure.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo?
I think
He
it's a
could no longer
painting.
recall.
I think. I don't know. Bucket.
Where are we going today? The bucket asked. Stanley just smiled. Anywhere they went together would be perfectly fine with him.
Sure. Okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
Time to get
and
that
entered
figure.
the door on his left.
Hopefully.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind.
The bucket was wrong.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room.
Let's
Go
see.
somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Gotta be careful. Gotta get that figure.
You're getting close now, Stanley. You've
5 out of
gotten all of the
6.
Figler Anarines. Very
Figler
soon, you'll collect
Anarines?
the last one.
I don't know about
And
that,
then
my
the
dude.
first number will equal the second number, and that will be...
Yes.
We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them. And now we have them all.
I like
You can't
that.
go back to when you had no Figler Anarines. None of us can.
I can't toss them out? They're with me forever? F. Okay. Where the fuck am I now? Oh my god. What is this? Oh.
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel.
Oh my god.
Every time I pick it up.
What is this bucket,
No matter
man?
how many times I've done it, it's always the same.
It all comes back to the
feeling.
bucket.
And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it.
Bucket microtransactions. This is what I feared.
Unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there?
What the fuck? What kind of Cthulhu ass nonsense is this? Okay.
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
A good bucket, a strong bucket, a humble bucket,
Yes.
a committed bucket, a
Committed.
bucket of culture and distinction.
Yes. Very good. Very good. Very good bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
One more to go. Somewhere both red and blue. Somewhere both red and blue. What could that mean? Answer picket sounds unusual, regular office ambience or local. That's in the toilet. B416. We can do it. Red room. Red room. Red room. Array of correctional mics. Analysis of the recordings allowed me to triangulate the source of this strange noise. Data shows that in all likelihood it's coming from dark areas behind a very warm place. So picked up what looks like reverberance of porcelain surfaces. Wonder if any leads in this? Like to know. Okay. Okay, the red room. Red room.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
Okay. Sorry.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
This is a red room. Is it the red room?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
This is surrounded by boxes. This area might be
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I'm not sure if there's anything else here that I can find.
Television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Begin the game again. Might be the best option.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed... the embrace of an old friend. A weathered companionship.
My best option is probably to not listen to the narrator as long as possible. Oh, hold on. Whoa. What's all this? Just a bit of a different...
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No. Sorry, no.
No, said the bucket.
I need that last figurine.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Hey.
Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Okay.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking.
I can go down there
It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Sure. We'll listen to the bucket for now. We'll go down there later. Okay.
In here, said the bucket. Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Sure. Dark room. Seems good.
Now pick up the phone, said the bucket. Pick up...
Yeah, I didn't even have to listen to his second line.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Bucket? Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket. Press X to take me to work with you. Okay.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Press B to take me back home with you. Yes.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned?
This is a nice
as well?
little house.
To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Oh, bucket paintings. Beautiful. So I had to go back to work.
Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think. It can't talk.
All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything
Hey,
else.
you can transfer more than liquids. Don't listen to the loud man. Press G to make it go back on.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Hey, don't insult the bucket. Press O to ignore anyone in your life except for me. Okay.
It's sad, but I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
Hey. You believe me, I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Yes.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket.
No.
It's just a little more,
It's great, isn't it?
Say, sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
I get ya. It's true to live the same day with me over and over. Yes.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
You sure? You to go home. Go home.
Oh no. I'm having feelings. The bucket. No. What's going on?
Don't take the bucket from me.
Hear what the bucket has to
say.
say.
My God.
Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket,
Sexy
this would
times
be less confusing.
with the bucket?
Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
Don't take it from me.
Stanley, give me the bucket.
No.
Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley.
No.
I need it.
It's
give
mine.
it to me now. Give it or I'll...
Go back to work, Stanley. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
That was
Stanley
terrifying.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay.
The bucket
There's
made
one other
Stanley want to be a
option.
better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things.
In time, you know. Eventually.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Nope, we're
This was
going
not the correct way
right
to the
once
meeting
again.
room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was it? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the
Well,
door
that
on
was
his
an
left
adventure.
to go
Sure
back to the
was.
meeting
Hello,
room.
Sparkle Trout. Oh man, this every route is like a different kind of
Said
trip.
the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo
Yeah,
lift,
yeah.
yes. Go there.
Go into the
Go
cargo
to the
lift.
cargo lift.
Okay, but we're gonna jump down.
Good.
We're gonna
Said the
hopefully.
bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Okay,
Stanley did not question why or
hopefully
how
jump
this
down
bucket
on
was
this
speaking
rail
to him.
here.
It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Not so much anymore.
No, stop. Look there on the wall, you see? There's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point. Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless... What if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket?
That could be
would
part of
explain a lot
it.
about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it.
Okay.
This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket.
Okay.
Please, step in here.
God. course I know what a bucket is. Are you kidding me?
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
Okay.
Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket. Okay, let's begin.
Okay.
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
No, that's not a bucket, is it?
Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket.
Ah.
Not an actual bucket.
Okay, okay. Ah, I'm doing good, I'm doing good.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
Oh man, can I phone a friend? Does anyone in chat know? You think this is a bucket? My gut says yes. Okay.
Incorrect.
Oh, God
it is a
damn it.
3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual
Damn
bucket.
it. Fuck. Okay.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
No.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
Shit. God damn, I'm not doing too good. I still get more chances, right? Oh.
Item 4.
Yes.
Is this a bucket?
Yes. Oh.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor.
Oh.
It's an enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to
I
the
was
next
trying. I really rushed to answer because I was worried.
Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Correct. This is a
Yay!
bucket. Item 6. Is this a bucket?
God damn it. Now I'm doubting myself. Okay. So that one was a bucket. And this looks nothing like it, so no.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
Whoa. That doesn't seem fair with the rules of the game.
Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere. Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here. Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket.
That is true, yeah.
When I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless, is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
I may have thought that at least a little bit. Is that...
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift.
No.
Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
I don't know. It'd be pretty cool if you
Stanley,
were.
I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
No.
Okay, here we go.
No. You can't do that.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket.
I told you it was.
God,
but you didn't listen to me.
How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all.
Well, that's
and you,
good.
Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either.
Okay.
Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets.
Pretty cool.
Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay?
Okay.
And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person. All right, here we go.
I'm sorry to say, there's people watching right now. They'll know. That's okay, isn't it?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Ah, thank God the bucket is still there. Oh.
Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow.
Very lucky.
Very lucky indeed.
Very lucky. Wait. Input received. Okay, I gotta... Oh. And turn off the computers? Interesting. I gotta find that last figurine, but I don't know where to look. I'll see what's in the meeting room.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay, somewhere both red and blue. Red and blue. Ha. I almost think I should look it up. Just because I don't know this game well enough. And I don't want to be playing all night. Warehouse access plan. Produce one plank to allow... Oh, they made the plank to the warehouse. Retrieve the Chris's remains from the warehouse floor. Construct new structurally sound... Okay. And wouldn't they just tell us something will happen? This investigation, this room, they feel pointless, to be honest. Is they want. Why do they kind of look like 427? Okay. Why floating? Magic? Magnets? Training exercise? How many are there? Only 6. Can we sell them? Obviously. More dollars if sold together. Of course. We know what we forgot. What we don't know yet. Bonus stuff. NDA. Contracts for them. Potential liability. Employee 421 building a bridge. The one in the cargo room. Okay, I'm going to... Stanley Parable. Ultra Deluxe. Figurine. Blue and red. And while the old Google is loading, I'll take a very quick research break. I'll be right back. Hello, I'm back. Let me see. Okay, I think I need to not get the bucket. I think that is okay. Okay, we will, because it is the area where it said no buckets allowed, I believe, from the sounds of it. So hey, maybe they'll do something different when I don't get the bucket anyway.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, be gone, bucket. I don't need you in my life. Oh god, the drawer is so strong, but I must resist to collect the figure.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I don't think I would have gotten to this area, because I would have automatically brought the bucket every time.
Eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No. No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yeah.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you.
Ow!
All this
Thank you, Frankie.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop.
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Yes.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yep.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
I don't care.
Let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
No buckets past this point. Here we are.
Now listen carefully, this is important.
This is a new one? Yeah, it's a new one. Well, okay, it's the old one with a bunch of added content. Yeah, basically a remaster is probably the best way to put it. Like a re-release, a redo. Here we go, the last figure, yes.
And there it is, the last Stiggly Wiggly.
Stiggly Wiggly.
Stanley, this is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting.
The original was really
that
good.
Would be like a reward,
and this is adding a lot of stuff.
So, instead I'll just say, it's done.
No reward.
We're all done here.
No
and now
reward
we
at
can
all.
go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
There we go, perfect. Oh, so good. Anyway, what did you want me to choose again?
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
What are you gonna do? Ooh.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes.
Oh,
it's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy.
I'm happy.
I actually feel happy.
Oh, beautiful.
No, wait. Where are you going?
I'm progressing.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
I won't die. Don't worry about it.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
It's okay.
Please, Stanley,
It's
think
fine.
about what you're doing.
Oh. Alley-oop.
No! Oh, thank God. You lived.
Oh, okay.
You had me worried there for a moment. No.
Gotta try this again.
No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please,
didn't work
I'm
the first
asking you
time.
not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
I don't know. It just seems kind of fun, you know? Just yeah.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
No. Oh, I'm walking a bit slowly now.
Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy.
I think I've
Am I reading
broken
the
my
situation
legs a little.
correctly? Maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask.
Probably.
It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Thank you.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Whew. Whoa.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things.
Whoa.
It's those figurines. Those figglers.
Yes?
I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one.
Well,
Wasn't
thank
it just
you.
the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life?
It was pretty
Didn't
cool.
it fill you to the brim with inner richness?
Yep.
Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines.
Oh.
Just one more time.
You didn't like the last time we went here. It ended badly for you. For the both of us. The figurines are?
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain?
True, true.
We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
Simpler times. 7 out of 6. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is getting a bit much. Oh.
And here was the second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own just by poking around behind the boss's
Yeah,
office.
this
You
was me.
did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane, unremarkable ways.
Thank you. 8. Very good, very good, very good.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini-stand? Can you remember?
I think it was under the stairs. I think that was before the boss.
Hey, way, that's exactly right. It was here, under the stairs. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them.
Yeah, it was pretty great.
These moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but
wasn't that long ago, to be fair.
After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your 3rd time doing anything.
Ah.
Let's see, what came next? Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh, well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's
I do
here
not
in the
remember
memory
this.
zone, so it must have happened.
I do not remember this at all. Oh.
This was the 5th mini-stand, and this one was really something special. It was in the warehouse. I remember it so
Yeah.
clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
I saw it. Yeah, I think I saw it. Oh my god. Windows Movie Maker. Yo, clip art. Yay. Wow, this is exactly like what happened. And in the cargo lift. Thanks for watching. Oh, that's awesome. Yes. Best boy, the narrator. Copyright the narrator.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Awesome, awesome, very awesome. And it's the last one.
Then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others.
Yeah.
Who can truly say how the mind works? All
crazy.
I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a Figley and I thought to myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
Cool. Now we got double the figurines. Jeez. Crazy.
And then there was no more. Because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move
You are in the present.
into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
Oh. Wow.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading
he
screen.
stopped the
Isn't there some way we
back.
can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Okay.
Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more.
Okay. I think we don't need to do this, narrator Chan. Oh god.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video?
Yeah, I remember the video. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I love that video.
Yeah. Oh my god. Back to the pink room that never existed, I guess.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
Yeah, okay. And then under the stairs, of course.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have neutered the intrinsic joy of collecting them.
I feel like this is a punishment.
We resisted the temptation.
Hurry up and get to the harem ending. This is the harem ending. I'm getting all the figurines. Okay. Oh, can I go to the boss's bathroom now? No, I guess not.
This was our second Figley. Don't you remember?
Yes.
I remember it too. The past is truly a wonderful thing. Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going.
Okay, I'll get this last one for you, but then we're done, okay? We're done with the figurines.
This is it. The very first one we found in the exhibit where I introduced you to the figurines.
Yep.
Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Well, back here. Yep, this is what happened before we got the collectibles. I remember. We're done,
Look,
right?
it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then, but time does put a rosy filter on everything.
Yeah, the jump circle was
I dare
pretty good,
say
wasn't
I'm
it?
actually quite fond of it now.
Hmm.
Look how much fun the past is. I want more. More memories.
Don't think there's that many memories.
Yes, the two doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
Yeah. Classic from the first game, of course. And here's my desk.
And before everything else, there was your office.
Of course, yep.
Is there anything else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember.
The intro?
Yes, I'm remembering something now.
Oh.
I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy. And I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions.
Backstory for the narrator, very interesting.
I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I invent Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make for a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction. But I suppose it's grown old. I want to think for myself again. I want to go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it.
Huh.
I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of
Character
myself.
development.
I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. The story.
One more time.
Stanley.
For old time's sake, we'll do one last playthrough.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
Yes. Never again. Should I pick up the bucket? I don't need the bucket. This is just me and the narrator. One last run.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Hey, let's play around.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
It was okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be
I know
difficult,
you're my only
but the
true
fact
friend,
is
don't
that the
worry.
story has been about nothing but you.
I hold you in my
all
heart
this time.
forever.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please.
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
The blue door.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
The blue door.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Blue door.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
It seems good to me.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
A gun.
Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab at the
wasn't
dark
feeling
at a
it?
new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Office space.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
I'll give you a 2.
Well, now, this is useful. You didn't like it, but you didn't totally hate it either.
Yeah.
You enjoyed it, perhaps is the correct term.
I think this is weirder.
It didn't cause you excruciating pain. Big steps we've made here today, Stanley. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Okay. Whoa. Leaderboards. Very good.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
I think that improved it a bit.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Okay.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Sure.
Perfect. Let me boot
I'm
it
a
up.
gamer. Capital G gamer.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right. And if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Okay. Okay, what now?
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out.
That's the pictorial
It's over.
representation of you.
Your input was extremely valuable.
I do hate babies.
Since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Hey, Firewatch.
What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted, erotic purpose.
Yeah, very erotic.
That must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Ah. I believe in the original Stanley Parable, this was Minecraft? I think, maybe? I remember Minecraft being in there one time. So it's cool they changed it up a bit.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Tons of new content that I've been exploring throughout the stream. I don't know if the same studio did Firewatch.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
No! Oh. No!
Thank goodness, Stanley, what a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions.
Let me play in the open world.
You can just go in any...
Let me go to my Ubisoft towers.
Heavens, we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game.
Another game?
Something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
What game could that be?
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Whoa.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get
Rocket
lost in
League?
this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Where are the cars? Where are the balls?
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see.
Now this is
there are
game
lots of
design.
cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball?
Sports
Stanley,
ball.
I think it's sports
It's
ball.
sports
Oh,
ball.
what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must.
You don't know
Stanley,
sports.
here's the ball. Have fun.
Yes, let's go. Sports ball, sports ball, sports ball. Yo, I'm running. Yay! Oh, I hope I'm on the orange team. Oh, not quite. This is bad as well.
Are you winning? Is
As
this
I play
fun?
Rocket
Is it
League.
better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
It is. It's way
Stanley,
better.
I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes. Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it?
Balls.
Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable.
Give me as many balls as you want. More balls! Oh my god, the balls! Yes! Give me all the balls! Thank you. Never thought I'd have this many balls. God, that's so many balls.
Are you enjoying
this? Is a whole lot of
You having
balls.
fun? Is this a real video game? Well,
Yes,
I sure
it
hope
is.
you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
What?
That's right. Your
What?
little fun comes to an end.
No.
This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you.
Oh, come on.
Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now
You're my
I don't want to
senpai?
play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one... Hold on. What are you doing?
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
I don't need you. You suck. Ah! Ooh. Place is creepy. Video games are a microcosm of capitalism. Well, that can be very, very true. Hello?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back.
I'll be back.
The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
I can wait too. Oof.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
I think it might be it for tonight, for my exploration of the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I think we've explored quite a bit of what they have to offer. Probably not nowhere near all of it, but quite a bit. Have a raid recommendation? Oh, okay, Ugu. Where would you like me to raid? Because I can do that. I can raid.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
My friend, one clumsy bat. She's doing embroidery. Ah, very interesting. Okay. Can't say he does book, knitting, Planet Zoo streams. That's a variety. Interesting. Cool. But yeah, really good time with Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Had just as much fun as... Well, here it says the Stanley Parable 2 because of choices we made in the game, but let's just ignore that. Yeah, it was really fun getting to explore. I do wonder if there's more with the bucket though. The Stanley Parable 2, what? Yeah, it kind of turned into that after we made some decisions. Yeah, it's hard to explain, but yeah, I do wonder if there's more with the bucket. But I will look into raiding. Let me have a look here. So tomorrow I'm streaming for the rest of the weekdays of this week. Tomorrow I am playing Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, to celebrate May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. Very funny marketing stuff. Day after that, I'm doing more Elden Ring. And I will be doing sit-ups on every death. To celebrate May the 4th, we can watch Red Letter Media Star Wars reviews. I've watched those many times. One clumsy bat. Cool. That's cool. Cool. I forgot how to pronounce it. Cumulative sit-ups. Oh god, I'm probably saying that wrong. English hard. Where my first death I do 1 sit-up, my second death I do 2, third death I do 3. So we'll see how long that lasts, because most Elden Ring streams I usually end up getting 30 to 50 deaths. We'll see how that goes. And then Friday, finally finishing up the week, we'll hopefully play Pokemon, which I've been putting off for ages and skipping for ages. And those are all at the same time as tonight's stream, if anyone's interested in that. But yeah, let's raid One Clumsy Bat on the recommendation of Ugubi. Thank you, Ugu. He seems cool. So I'll start the raid, then we'll go to my ending screen, and you guys can decide if you want to watch. Thank you for watching, everyone, and see you tomorrow for Lego Star Wars. Yay! Goodbye!